Hi everyone. So this is gonna be my new adventure. I just want to start vlogging more about my life and the things that I go through. I know a lot of you follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, and you know I'm into fitness. It's kind of my thing now. And it's quite ironic that my first vlog kind of video is about a breast augmentation. And I apologize, I'm a little loopy from the drugs because, you know, I'm the genius who takes drugs and then decides to do important things with her life. So, you know, I'm kind of out of it right now. But anyway, this is my bed. This is where I've been recovering for literally, let's see, I had my surgery last Thursday and now it's Wednesday, so 6 days. Pardon the no makeup look, the pajamas. I mean, if you guys knew how I felt right now, you wouldn't give a crap either. And I actually compiled a bunch of questions. I asked some of my lovely friends. Thank you guys so much for your input. Just some questions about why I did what I did. And I call it the Titty Talk boob job vlog. As weird as that sounds. So first, let's talk about why I did it. Well, I have actually been very flat-chested since I was 15. Not even 15. Since I was born, okay? Like, when I was around 12 years old, I was an overweight child. And when you gain weight, you gain some boobs. I'm sure you've seen some overweight girls that wear training bras that don't really need them because it's just like mostly fat. I was one of those girls. Not to be rude. I mean, don't take that too harshly. But I'm just saying, like, I wore a training bra basically for my fat. And then when I was around like 14 years old, I lost the weight. And this is actually really funny, but I found my bra from 7th grade. So 7th grade, I was like, what, 13 years old? I found it laying around at my grandma's house when I visited her in LA. And before my boob job, I was still the same size. A 34 double A. 34A, but if you ladies know what I'm talking about, you know when there's a gap in the cup? That was me. Pretty embarrassing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with small breasts. If you have small breasts and you love your breasts, I know my mom, she was, obviously this is genetic, but she didn't have big breasts either, and she said that if it wasn't for me stretching out her poor boobs, she would actually love her A cups and never want to do anything about them. So everyone has their different opinions, so please don't comment anything harsh down below against my own opinions. But anyway, that's, oh, okay, so why I did it. So I've been pretty unhappy. I've been bullied as a kid for being flat-chested. I've been called a man, a boy, a 12-year-old boy. Like, you know, stuff is really harsh for a teenage girl to go through. So I kind of, obviously as I got older, that stuff didn't affect me anymore. But as I got older, I got really into fitness. And with fitness, not only did my double A cups, not only did I have my double A cups, but they got even smaller. And when I worked out, my shoulders, I love working out shoulders. I love working out back. My lats got bigger. My shoulders got bigger. Overall, my upper body got kind of wider. And I swear to you, if you would chop off my face and like below my belt, you would think I'm a man. I'm not even joking. Like, it was pretty embarrassing. And it took a huge hit on my confidence level. You can ask my boyfriend. I would be very unhappy with my body. So that's kind of why I did it. Someone asked me why I waited for so long. Well, you can get a breast augmentation legally in the United States when you're 18 years old, as well as all around through the world. I think in some countries, for certain cases, you can do it when you're 16 or 17, I believe. But 18 is the legal age in the US for saline implants. And there's nothing wrong with saline and silicone. I don't want to get into that argument. I don't want to get into the argument of which feels... Sorry guys, this bra is so tight on me. I don't want to get into any arguments about which one feels more natural, which one's better for you, which one's dangerous, because quite honestly, their research has shown, or there has been lack of research, that one is safer than the other. So, sorry, I'm like, these drugs, I swear. So, yeah, I could have gotten my breast augmentation when I was 18, and I was actually planning on it. But I really wanted silicone because I did not have any breast tissue whatsoever. And when you don't have breast tissue, if you put saline underneath, even if it's under the muscle, you can still see that rippling. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a girl maybe with a breast augmentation working out at the gym or wearing a bikini, and you just like kind of see like, you kind of see like her skin does this like rippling effect. That's pretty much what saline sometimes does. Silicone can do that too, but especially for girls with the amount of breast tissue that I have, that would the saline would cause a lot more rippling. So anyway, for silicone implants in the United States, you have to be 22 years old. And I turned 22 this year, October 15, 2014. And I actually made my consultation with Dr. Salome in Seattle a week before I turned 22. So when I was at my consultation, I was still 21 years old, and he asked me when I'm turning 22. And I said, don't even worry, I know the rules. I'll be 22 when it's time for operation. So he's like, cool. How did I choose my surgeon? This is really funny, but I was watching a lot of breast augmentation vlogs, just like the one I'm filming right now. And right before an advertisement came up, and it was actually for my surgeon. And it was just like a bunch of patients telling about their experience and how amazing it is, you know, like totally staged, like he changed my life. My nose looks better, I got a facelift, just random things like that. And I was actually thinking of going to Beverly Hills to get my surgery because my family lives in LA and I travel to LA for so much. Excuse me, not for so much, so much. Sorry, this is really hard. Yeah, so my family lives down there. And in Beverly Hills, breast augmentations and other surgeries are so routine. My mom felt safer for me to go down there because it's literally like every day in Beverly Hills someone's getting a boob job. It's very routine. I bet they do it in their sleep. You know what I mean? So she didn't quite trust surgeons in other areas. But for some reason, I went on Dr. Salome's website and I looked at his before and after, and what I really liked about his work is that his before and afters look so natural. Like, you know, like some surgeons will take like a really lean woman and then they'll put like huge balloons in her boobs. And Salome doesn't do that at all. He just accentuates your own figure. And he's actually very particular. Like, I'll get into this later, how he sized me, but he's just like, he doesn't want you to walk around with like boobs up to here. Like, he really wants you to enjoy how natural your boobs can look. If that makes sense. I'm so sorry if I'm not making sense, guys. So that's how I chose my surgeon. I decided to pay the $100, go get a consultation with him. And I went in and I saw him and I immediately fell in love. My boyfriend Ed was with me. He said that he trusts him 100%. Like, I asked, I was like, if I choose Dr. Salmi and it was operation day and you knew that I was under and he was operating on me, would you feel comfortable? And he's like, I literally would feel very comfortable. Like, there's something about him that I just have this gut feeling that he's the right surgeon for you. So I thought, you know what? I put the deposit down the next day. There's a $500 deposit. My surgery was quoted for $7,990. I put a deposit down. So I put my $500 deposit down and I paid off, I think I still owe about $5,000 for the surgery, but it's no problem because I'm doing payments, monthly payments, no interest. And yeah, I'm not worried about paying for it at all. And literally the amount of happiness that these painful boobs so far have given me, it is so worth the money. I was just telling my boyfriend earlier today, like, it is so worth the money. I would pay 30 grand for these things, honestly. How did I choose size? So you come in and Dr. Salmi asked me he kind of asked me like, usually surgeons don't do this. Like, they don't really ask what cup size you want. You don't come in and you're like, I'm a 34A and I want to be a 34D. And they're like, here's the implant, try it on, great, you'll be a 34D, let's go under. It's nothing like that at all. You give them a range. So I initially said I want to be a large B, small C. And then I started getting boob greed because I hear girls regret not going big enough, so, which is a whole nother story. But anyway, let's just stick to the first consultation. So, sorry, these drugs, I swear. So, yeah, right, okay. So I told him I want to be around like a C cup. So he put me in a robe, took off the robe, which is really awkward at first, honestly, but after a while, you know this is a medical doctor. He does over 200 boob jobs a year. It's completely routine, so after that, I just got over it. You take off your robe, and he measures you from nipple to nipple, from between your nipples, from your sternum to your nipples, nipple to your, whatever this is, I would call a, whatever this is, like this indent in your collarbone. He made all kinds of measurements. He didn't quite tell me what my measurements were or what they're really for, but I did do my research and I learned that it's more of like checking my symmetry, because some women need different size implants and different breasts.